Hi everyone, please forgive the quality of the video. I happen to be filming from Labrador. I'm visiting family, but could not resist the opportunity to bring to your attention the interview that was done with the former leader of the NDP, Mr. Monclair. If you haven't watched it, please do take the time as he brings some very valid points in support of Danielle Smith's Sovereignty Act being used against the federal government as it relates to the electrical grid and the regulations that the federal government is trying to push upon the provinces. One of the key things that he brings up is the differential between provincial jurisdiction and federal jurisdiction, and he is indeed in support of the fact that electricity is a provincial jurisdiction. Now, one of the key arguments for so many people, the naysayers who don't want to give Danielle Smith an inch, even in the comment section after the interview, was the fact that the Sovereignty Act is unconstitutional. Well, you need to go back and watch the interview, because I think the point that Monclair was trying to make here was the fact that the federal government itself is behaving very unconstitutional. They are not following their own statutes, not following their own regulations. They are not respecting their own legitimate authority and the legitimate authority of the provinces. So whether the Sovereignty Act is unconstitutional or not is absolutely mute. It is an irrelevant point. The point I think that he was trying to build most here was the fact that the federal government, who has now lost two court cases, one C-69 in the federal court, Supreme Court, as well as the plastics court case, and I don't think they were expecting to lose either one of those, but it was clear that there is a difference between provincial and federal jurisdiction, and on both those accounts they have overstepped their legitimate authority. And the fact that he has shut down the conversation with the provinces on this issue and is just continually moving forward is somewhat of a slap in the face yet again for Alberta, and not only for Alberta, for all provinces. The provinces have jurisdiction, things of which they are solely responsible for. Sure, there are some things that the provinces do share with the federal government, but the fact that this Justin Trudeau Liberal government just continually steps in the path of the provinces that are trying to protect and do the right thing in the best interests of their own people is just blatantly obvious. And watching the video with Monclair to see, the former leader of the NDP actually side, in essence, with Danielle Smith in the use of the Sovereignty Act, noting, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, but pointing out the fact that the federal government itself has overstepped its legitimate authority and, they're not following their own rules and acting unconstitutionally was really rather refreshing. So thank you, Mr. Monclair, for at least seeing things in an objective way for what they actually are. And for all the naysayers who want to argue about, constitutionality, if you want to talk about playing by the rules, well, I guess the federal government should really start playing by their own rules and respecting their own rules, as opposed to just making it up as they go. So thanks for listening. Have a great evening. Please do like, share, hit the bell for notification, and we'll talk again soon.